Hello friends, greetings. This is Dr. S.M. Azad, JNU alumnus. I am teaching, training and mentoring to the civil services parents over 15 years. The major reason and purpose regarding that one, it created a sense of panic among the students that the pattern of examination has been changed. So I want to make the clarification. It is not at all, no would say that the change of pattern, it is slightly modification. And that is the reason why I have considered the way back 2, 3, 4 years of the question papers, comparative analysis, comparative, you can say, comparative way to make the things to understand about the sensibility regarding this one, that it is not exactly the change of pattern, it is slight modification. And what is the directives given of the UPSC? If you go through that one that has been given, that this examination is basically, it is a critical milestone for the aspirant of the civil services, that their knowledge, point number one, their knowledge, their aptitude and their analytical skills. This is the basic requirement of what this is the guidelines given by UPSC. Now come to the point, eliminating your doubt, confusing regarding this one. I have considered before and after, means before 2023, what were the patterns of examination, as it is normal, you can say, saying normal, what we can say in other word, that it is a normal sense of thinking of the people or the aspirants, those fight in this examination, appear in this examination, because it is a matter of great panic. The reasons behind that, they are relentlessly doing their preparation, leaving their house, living their trend of pattern, they're leading their habit of study and all sort of things. So this became one of the challenging part of that. And in this challenging part of regular studies, if a slight dent come up, a slight, what we can say, distraction come up, that they lose their confidence in the examination hall, watching, seeing the question. So this should not happen. And in future, you have to be ready for that too. That is the reason why I appeared before you. So come to the main point, the analysis, the comparative analysis, whether the pattern has been changed, point number one. Second thing, point number two, that whether the modification has been done. Point number three, the twist and turn. This is the habit of, this is the tendency of UPSC. UPSC always acquired with the tendency of what? It is, you can say, perennial. It is what we can say inherent character of UPSC. Always it plays with the words, it plays with the sentences, it plays with the twist and turn. So you should have to be alert in future. That is the reason why I stand before you. So before means, if you talk about that, it is a matter of 2020. If you consider about that, it is what? It is a question of 2020. Before, and I am going to compare it what it is after. Means after means 2023, the recent examination which is held over here. So I am considering all the four patterns. You should have to keep in your mind what is that the normal trend of the examination. Normal. Yes. What we should have to keep in your mind, what changes has been taken place in this regard. What changes has been taken place in this regard. We have to analyze that part of that. What changes has been taken place. So considering this part of that. So in 2020, please, you have to be alert regarding the statement which is going to ask to you. So one thing is that, with the reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statements. The term is what? A statement. And another important critical thing you have to understand, which of the statements is given above are correct. So these are the two things you have to read out very, very eagerly and very seriously, so that you can decode. Asthavirvadins belong to Mahayana Buddhism. Then Lokavadin, Lokayat is also known as sect, was an offshoot of Mahasanghika sect of Buddhism. Then the deification of Buddha was Mahasanghikas fostered the Mahayana Buddhism, and which of the given statement is what we can say correct? This is the question. It is coming before you. It is coming before you. So what you notice over here, what is the criticality regarding that? The statement which is given to you, because this statement has created a lot of panics among you. So in this connection, what we find that D is the correct answer. It means 2 and 3, you have given leverage. You have given advantage of selecting out of 3, and the 2 statements are correct. So it is quite easy to decode that, and searching the answer, what should be the correct answer. So this is one of the basic thing which was happened to the tradition of, you can say, 2020. Now come to the conditions regarding after the recently the 2020-23, and it created a lot of panic and a hue and cry in the market that the pattern has been changed. So I could say that it is not absolutely changed. A twist and turn, a slight modification has been taken place, because this is the age of information technology. Your thinking process has also been faster. Your thinking process, because you have a lot of knowledge, and due to lot of knowledge, your understanding skill should be also on that way. So reduction of time. So you have to thought it out, you have to plan it out in a quicker time. So now read it out. With the reference to the answer India, consider the following statement. Consider the following statement. This is one thing. And how many of the statement? What is the trick of that? How many of the statements given above are correct? This was the sheer confusion created among the students. Why? Because you did not read it out properly. Earlier you have indulged in the habit of what? In the habit of which of the statement given below are correct. Normally you have been in the habit of dealing with this kind of 1, 2 option, 2, 3 option, 1, 2, 3 option. And here is what changes. It is not, we can see, it is twist and turn. It is what? Only 1. Another one is what? It is only 2. Then another one, all the 3 and none. And you got confused over there. So it is not a matter to be dislodge you. It is not a matter to be, you can say, overpower you, because you are going to face UPSC, and UPSC tradition and UPSC main objective is what? Your knowledge should be there. The second thing is that your aptitude should be there. Third thing is what? What is that? Your analytical skill. This is a matter of understanding, not at all analytical skill. So you confuse with such kind of a statement. That is the reason why some of them confused regarding that, and someone got panicked. This should not happen. Okay, I think this must be clear to you. So what tradition, what thing has been happened in this time of 2020? Only the part of knowledge, only the part of, you can say, jargon, or you can say vocab is another part of that. So this way you could solve it easily. I think this must have eliminated the doubt of that. And step by step, I have considered all the 4 patterns. So in this example, or in this before and after, I have considered the question of 2020-21, and here is what? 2020-23. So this created a lot of confusion, because you did not pay attention for what? Not pay attention for the statement of the question. That is the major condition of confusing. So now read it out again. It is the pattern of what? What is that? It is column A, match the column A and match the column B. It is what? Column matching basis. And the early pattern, it was what? Historical places and well known for. So it is clear-cut message given to you. The question which is going to ask to you from that, it is historical sites, it is historical places, and another is that why it is known as. So it is quite obvious. It was quite easy thing part of that. And you can say, if you could manage to understand about the factual thing, you could answer it clearly, or you can see easily. Then another Burza home, this is the what? You know it very well, the place at Kashmir, and then rock cut shrine. Then Chandraketu, what is that? Terracotta is there. Then Ganeshwar, it is a copper artifact. One thing, please note it down. What are the major problem erupted in this kind of examination, you guys, you aspirants, seriously not containing the jargon, the usage, the words and terminology, because many more candidates did not decode that word and meaning part of that. So that is one of the shortcomings what I noticed in my over 15 or 20 years of experience in this regard. What is that? For example, rock cut shrine, then terracotta. If you could not understand the meaning of terracotta, you will fail to analyze, you will fail to decode the term. The third thing is what? Copper artifacts. If you could not understand about what exactly the meaning of artifacts, archaeological is the term is quite obvious. Architecture is also quite obvious. But so far, artifacts is that what is that? There are certain confusion regarding that what it should be. Is it should be the remains of archaeological what we can say findings like potteries, like the other fractured part over there. So here one thing is more I noticed to you. It has been in my notice also that the words, the jargon, the historical term, archaeological terms, the children or you can say the aspirants could not able to decode it. That is the reason of major problem over there. Now come to the main point. Which of the pairs given above is or correct? So in this connection, what we find, you have given the analytical time, you have given the reasoning time. You can make it, you can say elimination or what we can say adaptation or elimination and elimination. You could easily adopt that. So in this way, only one is correct. A is correct. Then what is that? The B 1 and 2 is correct. You have given leverage. Then only 3 C and D 2 and 3 is correct. So you have given time over there for think it out and eliminate the thing quite easily. And so far the recent year is concerned, what is considered the following pair? Simply what has been edited, what has been deleted. So here what is that? Historical plate and well-known place. It may be historical sites and then what we can say well-known shrines, and you can say the historical sites and the place of battle. Historical place, rock edicts, sites may be there. This question may be asked, this may be placed over there. And what has been done? So the next part is consider the following site and well-known. Again, the term is a similar thing, site and well-known for. See, what are the modification? What are the changes? Could you say that? Is it change of pattern? Not at all. It is a simple thing, not at all. What variation has taken place on which it created a sense of panic? So what is that? Besnagar, Shaivite cave shrine, then Bhaja, Buddhist cave shrine, then Sitavathal, Jain cave shrine. So what is that? These are the same tradition. Now the criticality is what? How many of the above pairs are correctly met? This is the trick of the traits of what? A statement. Here what is that? Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? Here is what? The term, what is that? The term is what we can say pairs are correctly met. This is the trick of the tree. Correctly matched. Here is what? Here is what? Given pairs. And here is how many of above. The term is what? How many of above? Just mind it. And this created a sheer confusion among them. So, my friend, my aspirant, I would say that it was not a change of pattern. It is just a matter of topsy-turvy, just a matter of art of asking the question, twist and turn. So you should have to be alert. And sometime you fell across, you lost some of the questions, you can say, to make it correctly due to your understanding a skill of language, your sharp understanding a skill of what question is going to be asked to you. So this was the problem at that side. So the second question also states about that too. The trend and pattern has not been changed. Only the trick, only the twist has been made over there. Is it clear to you? Now come to third question. It is the question I have taken. It is the period of 1998 and it is what? 2023. Just imagine about that. So it was far away. If we consider between the two, just what changes has been taken place, it was a period, an era of, just imagine about that too. It is a period of 20 years, on and around 20 years of difference. What is that? Here the language is written over there is what? Assertion. It is what A and reason are. Let's just make it clear about that. What is the difference? What we find over here is that here the statement is 1. It is replaced by statement 1. It is replaced by statement 2. Here is what? Assertion and reason. So assertion and reason is what? It is a more clarification. And here is what? A simple statement is given to you. Second trick of the trade regarding this one is what? Which of the following is correct respect to the above statement? Which of the following is correct in respect to the above statement? And here is what? Both AR means assertion and reasoning. It is only the variation of a statement. It is only the variation of what we can say words, sentences and formation. These are the matter of sentence making, or you can say utilizing or using jargons, using vocab. So what is that? Both A and R are true. Assertion and reasoning are true. And R is the correct explanation of the assertion. Here what is written? Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. And statement 2 is the correct explanation for the statement. It is the same thing. Only it is replaced by A and R. Statement 1 and statement 2. Just imagine about that. Nothing has been changed. Nothing has been changed of any kind of pattern. Now the second thing for making clarification. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of the assertion. Here is the same thing. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct, and a statement is not the correct explanation of the statement. This is again the same pattern. And the fourth one is what? A is true, but R is false. Here is what? Statement 1 is correct, and but statement 2 is incorrect. It is same. Only the word replaced by words. So only the change of words. Only the words statement is replaced by assertion. Very simple thing. And the last one, A is false but R is true. Statement 1 is correct but statement 2 is correct. It is quite simple. So it can be justified quite easily that the things are quite same, no change of pattern. It is change of what we can say variation. It could not be said that it is change of pattern. So this way you should have to proceed. Now another example I am giving to you, considering the comparative study regarding this one. In 2020, 22 and 23, the reference of Indian history considered the following text. Niti Pakarna, then Panishavarna, then Adavaksha, then Trishlakra Mahapurana. These are the statement given over there. And which of the above Jain texts? What is that? It is again easy to decode that in all the four followings, which one of the following is what? Jaina text. So the following are what? It is what we can say Parshist Parvan. It is a very important part of. Then Adav Naksha. It is another part of that. So these are the answer regarding this one. If you compare it from the 2020-23 after recent time, what is the difference? A complete statement is given to you. It is what? It is a complete statement. Soul are not only the property of animal and plants life, but also to the rocks, running water and many other natural objects not looked as a living being by the religious. The above statement reflects one of the core beliefs of which of the following religious sects of ancient India. So see the statement. So this is one of the statement that could be called as the stopper. That would call to the stopper. The above statement reflects one of the core belief in which one of the following religious sects in ancient India. What are the variation? Nothing variation, nothing changes, nothing change of pattern. And the answer should be what? Jainism. So this is the basic part of that. So this way it could be easily justified that the pattern has not been changed. There are certain amendments, there are certain modification, there are certain twist and turn, and the twist and turn is the habit of UPSC examination. Here, my main purpose to delivering this lecture and eliminating the doubt, you will have to adopt certain strategy. I will talk about that too, and I will correlate with the micro syllabus level, the level of the syllabus. You can't skip it out because many more times many more time people used to say that that these are the certain topic or chapter. If you could read it out, then you can read it easily, and the answer could become from that part of that. Here I have considered certain, my syllabus is with you, and the micro syllabus is very important part, on which from which we find that the question has been asked in a dominating way. For example, the history of the South, the history of the Sangam culture, the history of the date line. And date line is what? Calendar. It is also important part. So most of the thing which is not frequently read out by the students, here my suggestion would be, what is that? You won't have to skip any other syllabi, any other topics which is prescribed by UPSC.